Gotta trace those lines, Da Vinci style. Heavenly. Sun's at the right angle. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Flood waters got high out here. I guarantee you many times since the last time I got out here, which was probably about maybe 3.5 months ago. Yeah, let's save a laugh right quick. First object of the day. What are you doing? Well, you're asking for trouble. I guess he's looking for water. A little inchworm. Heck yeah. Bam. Go ahead and throw that seed up there. Give it about 800 years to live. Where'd he go? It's like a ghost. Just vanished. There he is. Man, they're cool. They know exactly what they're doing. You guys are crazy. Yeah. Welcome to Da Vinci's TV land. I don't watch TV. I don't do any of that. I create the TV, I guess. I create the movies. It's looking time. It is. I just left another spot. A little heavenly spot for the first time. Probably the cleanest and most heavenly spots I've ever been in. Nothing but sand. Gravel bars. Or non-existent. No garbage. Nothing. You can lay out there all day in one single spot and get lost in time. You could. Yeah, unlike places like this that have geometries to remind you about where you are and what time you're in. Let me get started. What the? Here's one piece right here. Look at this piece of pottery. Dang, 1940s right here. Did I trash this? I mean, not trash it, but did I relocate this thing? Looks like a Malloy, whatever you call that. Waller. Something like that. Okay. They're trying to, the hands of nature are trying to get their hands on it. Let them keep the art. We're not going to take that. We can just go to the nearest Goodwill and find that. Perfectly intact. I'm hoping at this late hour, before the sun sets in about 3.5 hours, that I can recover a few pieces of something. I don't know. But I know that you're looking at something on my feet. Yeah, you better believe it. A new pair of creek walking shoes. Had to go ahead and get them. And these things cost me $9.99 at the Galleons. At the good old Galleons sporting goods store. Man, that's one of my favorite spots right there. I can just go in there for... Whenever you see that white, you gotta take a look. Yeah, but that's one of my favorite spots to go. Just like Home Depot. You walk in and walk around for hours. You come out with nothing. Nothing. Exactly. Oops. Yeah. But I know you guys are sitting there shaking your head. SMH. You know, your little acronyms for your texting these days. SMH. Shaking my head. They don't call it Galleons anymore. It's Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't like saying the word Dick's. I don't, I got a crazy mind on me. So I never say the word Dick's. I say Galleons. I still say Galleons. And I'll leave it up to you to figure out the code of what I'm saying. Yeah, so these bad boys cost me about $9.99, size 13s. Barely fit on my feet. Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing though. I hit it right with that one. It was the last pair they had. Go figure. Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing, again, I will. The gray ones that I worn down so much, that are worn out. The ones that cost me $30 at Target is what one of my old lady friends call it, Target. You know, Target, whatever, cool. Like a French way of saying it, Da Vinci style. Wonder where she got that though. Did I tell her that? I don't know. Yeah, but good old Target. Those gray ones, you know, you were used to them. You saw them. And I wore those things down to a nub. Holes and everything. $30 for those. And these cost me $9.99, $10, $10.78. You know what I'm talking? Thick soles. Even no mess right here. That's cool right there. That means we're not going to be kicking glass and putting holes in these things. Yeah. Let's hope they last at least a year. I know they look like the lady slippers. They do. Yeah. But I got to keep the other ones. I do. For one event. One reason. The only reason I cannot trash the other ones just yet was because Yeshua said he wanted to see me running them. I know it's one of those EVPs that I just can't. I didn't put the comments in there, what he said one day when I was talking about them. I think it was the very first video I made when I was wearing them, complimenting on how comforting those things were, how perfect they were to walk in, how they kept the sands of time and the gravel out of the bottoms, everything. And he turned right around and said, I want to see you running those. I want to see you running them. I just never put that coming in there. I didn't, because I didn't know what the human race was going to think about that. Good old Yeshua saying he wanted to see Da Vinci running those things. Well, you know, they're worn down. They might fall off. There's a hole where you know, on the right foot where you've seen it before, where the big toe comes through. It's sticking out. How the heck am I going to run in those things now? But he's the one who said he wanted to see me running them. I got to figure out when, where, and how am I going to run on those things. And I don't think he's talking about a treadmill either. I don't. I think he's talking about something else, like running through the woods or something. I'm listening. Because I know when I talk about the challenge, or a challenge, he's definitely going to be speaking up out here. Yeah. Definitely going to be speaking up. Always got to listen when I bring out the hardness within my ideas of what he intends for me to do, what he wants to see me do. I want to see you running them, Da Vinci. I'd like to see you running those. Is he talking about around the high school track? Is he talking about running through the woods as a challenge? Jumping over logs? Is he talking about... You just said yes. Hello? I heard that. You said yes. How the heck am I going to be running through the woods on those broken down shoes? It's like trying to drive 90 miles an hour with a flat tire. Crazy. Almighty challenger. Tries to challenge you at life to see how much you love life and how to get into the thrills of it all. And in the end, you survive. Nothing happens when you don't get hurt, but you feel the pain later. that helps you always remember what you just did later on. You know, muscle soreness, that kind of thing. If you fall and you skid your knee up. Nothing overly dramatic. I know your face is in the light. I saw it quite well the other day. I did. I just had to step back a few feet with the camera to take a nice picture of you. Crap. Yeah, let's say about 193 feet later. I'm so glad I came out here today. I am. It was a spur of the moment. You know, I'm probably one of the most spontaneous human beings you'll ever know. I just drove out here. That's it. And it's 48 miles from the last place I was at. But I wanted to come out here and pay my respects out in heaven on this Sunday. Yeah, because it's always perfect out here, no matter what you guys say. But I was looking around. I was. And like I said, I usually roll out of here with some nice things. You know, not all the time. I mean, like I said, there have been a lot of times I've been in this one little zone up in here, about, I'd say, 500 feet worth of creek, and not recovered one single object until today. You're about to see what that thing is. It's to my left. Yeah, the reason I turned to the right is because it's so heavenly with the light. But there's something in the water just hanging on for dear life, waiting for us to recover this thing, to take it back to our museum, of course. That is one pretty big piece of history right here. Thank you for the waters. Thank you for the light. That is a nice design right there. And it's a large piece. Where the heck does this stuff come from out here? All my times out here studying the land, studying everything, looking through the banks, looking through the rocks, studying the geology, the nature of it all, everything out here, the sands, trying to study the way they erode things out here. And I just don't get it. Where the heck does this stuff come from? And I've covered every mile of this creek from beginning to beginning. And some things I see, some things I don't. But that is one masterpiece. Going into the back pocket for now. Make sure I don't sit my butt down later. Yeah. 15 minutes in. Let's keep on going. But who knows? That could be the only piece we've recovered today. It is getting late, by the way. It's past 4 o'clock. On a perfect Sunday. For real, though. No, it's nothing at all. It's a piece of glass. Part of a platter. You know, around the country. Well, you talk about the scale and distance of it all. Yeah, it would have been really deep out in the country 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Now it's suburbia, which is not really deep out in the country anymore. You keep shoving it further out with your developments and all. But I'm looking at the painting of it all out here. Man, look at that. Heck yeah. I'm an artist. What do you expect from my mind? Beautiful with the light right here, guys. Beautiful. Dang. Every little piece I have to look at in their little museum out here as I try to create my own. I better be looking hardcore today. For real. You guys have built up this log jam like crazy. Which means that many things might be on the horizon. They might, if we can get around these things. There might be many significant items to stuff in our pockets to get the garbage out of here. Yeah. Ooh, snaky poo land. I take a gamble. I gamble every time I take a step in this life of mine. No other SARS yet. I've only gone a couple of 100 feet. I'm moving slow. I am, because everything is so picturesque. It is. I mean, you're probably not going to get the same imagery in June as you're getting now in mid-September. Dang, I know I got to get the depth out of the image. Zoom in a little bit further. Yeah, dang, perfect. What is that to my right? I don't know. I'm about to take a look. I know you guys saying that's your left, dummy. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this. Probably some giant old shoe or something. Yeah, that thing got ripped apart, for real. Ancient boot. Probably from, no, it's a shoe. Thought that was a boot. Dang. Cool, let's leave it for the angels to play with. Looks like one of mine. Cool. Still waiting for that half intact Native American pot out here. It's got to be here somewhere. Welcome to heaven. Check out this piece of ice. I know it's not a piece of ice, it's a quartz rock. Look at that thing. Might be a piece of glass, I'm not sure. Welcome to the Vinci geology class. Yeah, it's a piece of quartz, all right. Heck yeah, that thing is. What the heck do I get myself into out here? Yeah. Talk about big trouble in Little China. No turning back now. Time to play Rambo for the next 25 minutes. Beautiful. Can't get any better than that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this. Talk about breaking my off something. Yeah, perfect triangle. Go figure. Reference picture. Bam. In the A. Well, kind of in the suburbs. You know, I'm always seeing those triangles. Go figure. Nothing for the past, I'd say, 3/4 of a mile. Still got a long way to go before I turn around and go backwards again. But it might be a little bit too early for this kind of object right here. Intact clear coat bottle to add to the curio cabinet after I clean them. Yeah, that's a nice one. It's intact. Probably, I don't know, 1970s, 1980s, could be 1950s, don't know. Yeah, I see that restricted mark on it though, trademark R. Probably just a collectible, but it has no deposit at the top, which means it's probably a little bit older. Crap. Looks like I'm gonna have to pile the pocket with something. Yeah, cool little find for the day. Along with that sort of pottery, but nothing else thus far. Dang it. I just had a Da Vinci style idea. Let's talk about an even trade-off right quick. I don't have the room in my pocket for that just now. Yeah. So I'll just make an even trade-off. I will. One comes out, one goes in. Just like the body. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though. If I don't recover one, a second artifact for the day, we failed tremendously at this one. Yeah, dang. But do yourself a favor. Make sure my baby doesn't end up like what you're looking at. Please don't. Dang. You even have it framed perfectly. Gee, could you imagine an image like that selling for $12 million? You got the highlights and everything in it too. I'm trying to get the abstract image. You got to excuse Da Vinci's mind. Everything is art. Let's put it back. Let them keep playing with it. I want to collect a different kind of art, just like the first piece we collected today. Gorgeous. It's like the 20th time I said that today. Go figure. I don't know what it is about finding this kind of stuff out in heaven. I don't. Everywhere I go, I come across one of these things. You better believe I'm taking this back. I normally don't keep them. I just throw them back. Because it's a sign. That's all these things are. It's a sign that they love creating art out here. They do. Hey, check out this cool artifact I just found. I was going through another challenge, trying to cross over the triangle. Yeah, a large one at that, until I, saw something. I know, danger zone for real. Should I keep this? Dang. I know it's a piece of garbage. Somebody's going to say, Da Vinci, that's my child's shoe. Give it back to us. It's a piece of art. Dang, it's going to be a long way back for real. on this baby tree of life, trying to read the perspectives differently, at a different angle. Man, trying to see those things out there. Can't see jack. Yeah, beautiful. Nothing the rest of the day. I don't need to be saying that right now, do I? Maybe I should say something like, just wait until you see what we find at the end, down here. A new beginning. The beginning point, the turnaround. Just wait until you see what we find down here. Dang game players out here, these cherubs. No, they're not crazy. They're just perfectly literal. What I always have to remember about them. I do. I know they're sitting up there laughing. They are. But to them, it is in their head. It is. If only it was 6,000 years old. I think I'll just keep it just because it's part of the game. Nice, fellas. Nice. Yeah. It snapped on the right side. Micro napping. It's even got the Budweiser symbol all over it. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. The bottom's intact. The tip is still there. Dang, they know the Vinci well, don't they? Perfect. The light. Gotta trace those lines Da Vinci style. Out in nature. It's crazy something. Beautiful. Dang, check this out. Yeah, I haven't found anything at all. I've come to my beginning to turn around. All I found was an old school 8-track tape. Wonder what this one was. Wonder if the tape is still in it. Look at the art that they left on the side of it. The label. Who was this? Chicago? Look at the gradient of the sunset. I might keep it just for that one reason. The gradient of the yellows and the oranges. Reminiscent of a perfect sunset. No, for real though, I'm just going to leave it out here for them to keep playing with. They're doing a good job on this one. I'm proud of them with this. Never have I ever witnessed this out here before like this. Never. What the heck happened out here? In all the years I've come out here. You've moved the entire waterway right here. You have. Oh, and I just went down to the knee just about in this ancient junction of time. A special little corner right there. And not that I found anything, just anytime you come to a junction like this, you know something's always up in history. But still, what am I getting myself into out here? I'm afraid I might go up to the waist in here in this quicksand. Yeah. It's about 5:30, it's not 6 o'clock, not quite time for Greg Street to rock. Dang, look at the size of that sandbar. Never there before. I know, I shouldn't be really walking through here. I shouldn't. Yep, just up to the... There was a... Dang. Just went above the right knee on that junction right there. Yeah, it's still deep. It's deep. What the heck do I get myself into out here? I'll never make it out of here if I try to get over there. That's part of their game. In nature, who knows how deep it is right there? Don't want to take a look. Don't want to even try it. Let's leave this heaven alone right here. We're probably not going to see anything else over there. We found our perfect shard of pottery. That's all they're going to let us have. but they're always going to let us find the powers within them. They are. The powers that they have to do whatever it takes. Yeah, to stay alive, of course. Let me go ahead and go backwards. Old school for real. Think I have room in the pocket for this? 1960s maybe? 1964. Copyright 1964. And I just ripped that joker in half. Dang. Collectible garbage right here. Just hanging on the wall. That's it. Worth about -3 pennies. Thanks for the recovery, guys. Dang, look at that. It's a nice looking piece right there. Sounds like it's heaven killing time. Maybe they're just target practicing. Let's hope they miss a million times. Beautiful. If only you knew. What am I laughing at? Looks like I'm standing on 2 legs. Looks like I'm standing on 2 thighs, doesn't it? Tree of life, right? Got the torso. But there's something that's erect from the middle. If only you knew about their sense of humor, for real.